Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 8 of our Wulfrik the Wanderer Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, we have ourselves a siege against Be'lakor, once more trying to claim back the lands that were already ours. He really wants this dark fortress, but we must be here to stop him. So we've got Wulfrik on his mammoth, we've got our actual mammoth, and then the Jurgesh, the Bale Fiend, ready to do battle. We've got our expendable Marauder horsemen up front to take the brunt of these piercing towers while our lads close the gap. We're going to send the Marauder champions right over the wall to chop anyone there. We have vastly superior infantry there, so we're going to be making good work of those. Anything they have on the wall, we should have no trouble chopping through it. Let's get this battle going. Before we do though, the reinforcements we have, we'll have them coming on in a minute 50, and they will immediately strike in over here and go over the walls and start claiming positions where they can. Also got some ice wolves over here into these trees playing hide and seek. They'll be nom-nomming on the gates as soon as they're able. Battle going. We'll send Wulfrik forward right away there and have these axemen also moving their way towards the enemy. Infantry line up, and then javelins ready to lend some support. Let's have you guys taking the walls here, and then you two on the walls next to them. We'll have you guys, the Ice Horn, going up on this direction, and then you Berserkers go straight through with our Lord. Move on forward, taking a lot of damage from those towers. And I'll wiggle around. Wulfrik has landed on enemy lines, and the reinforcements are coming on in. I don't know why we're picking on those already. Let's send them over to the gatehouse and get back over to Wulfrik. Send those chariots in. Back into that position, and then we'll see about summoning a Sea Fang on. Surely the enemy is going to jump down off the walls in a moment. Perfect. Let's drop Sea Fang through this entire back line here. Whole bunch of enemies coming ashore. Spectral Boat unleashes its wrath. Down pretty much the entirety of the line. Not bad damage at all. We can do a similar bit of work with our Penumbral Pendulum there, and I'm happy to do so. Giant blade raking on through. You're gonna offer your souls up so willingly. We will happily claim them. Oh, they're gonna give me one back. Fair enough. Gates are broken. Go ahead and send Wulfrik on in after calls on the Exalted Hero in a moment. As soon as he actually lands, charge them on in. Let's work together. Have you guys forward. Have the Berserkers now moving in to blend up those Forsaken. The Exalted Hero decided to run on away. The reinforcements are here as well now. Perfect. You get on in on these demon nuts. See about defeating them before they can actually get any flanks off on anyone. We're taking some damage up on the walls there, but we can help out. Especially since that Exalted Hero is not exactly sure what he wants to do. Go ahead and drop down the Occam's Mind Razor on Wulfrik. Reinforcements have arrived. We'll send them over to this side. All be one group. Except for these skin wolves here. I want them coming on over and helping out with Wulfrik's squad. Well, they have claimed the walls just fine. Let's come on down now off of them. Anyone who has, or actually don't, come on over and help out with these Forsaken first. Wulfrik, drop that debuff down on their Lord, or their hero. If he wants to go up there and fight those guys, make it a nightmare for him. Bring the axes on in. A whole bunch of lads aren't doing anything at all. Come on, get into the fight. Wulfrik, charge on into these trolls. Give yourself the Blade of Torgold while you do it. Send a Sea Fang on through. It's a lot of lads trying to clump up on around him. Get the horsemen on over. Have they gone through those gates? Not quite yet. They have, though. Love to see it. Get on in there and claim some momentum for us. I told you guys to move on over here. We'll have these chariots smashing on in with Wulfrik, though. Go ahead and hunt him down. Let's go ahead and drop down the debuff on this mage. And you can slay the mage. The Lord is already retreating. Love to see it. Get these great axes moving down. Normal swordsman as well. Just bring them down into the fight. The enemy is breaking. Get these skin wolves moving on in. Mage is shattered. Definitely don't need any of that free damage he was casting on out. That's nonsense. Alright, they've shattered the line. Let's send him on in. Imbue him with some spells here in just a moment, or some from melee defense and the discouraged ability.
So be it.
Send the axes through.
Faster.
Alright, pull you guys on away so you don't get jumped by both. Then we can slay the horsemen or whichever ones we need to.
Chaos.
Mere Bale Fiend, move on in. Let's jump this lad in the middle there. They drop down another Occam's Mind Razor on everyone here. Give them a bit more damage.
Where's the enemy?
You guys fight the Slaughtercade. Skin Wolves get on these trolls there. You keep chasing that Sorcerer. Bale Fiend's moving in. All of our infantry on the walls there.
So be it.
Move in, start killing. All of our missile troops, we want them just behind.
Wulfrik, no wonder.
Then working on these guys here. See if we can send a Sea Fang through. We'll bounce it off. Let's see about bouncing it off this wall here. Should come on back just a little bit then. Pull you guys back. You can actually throw those axes. You charge on in. You've got plenty of damage. We'll pull them back just a bit. Let the Lord and the wolves do the damage. Bring our wolves back inside. Oh, none of these guys are moving. They stopped. Well, get on inside those walls. We need your damage now more than ever. Wulfrik and the Mammoth are slaughtering. Let's come on over and deal with this Lord here. Actually, we'll just send Wulfrik through. We'll drop down the debuff on the Lord. And let the Bale Fiend deal with him. Keep slaying. We'll bring these guys through onto these trolls. Maws of Savagery get to work on those spawn. Give ourselves the Sword of Torvald there. Most of the enemy forces are broken. Our wolves are doing their work. Your Lord some assistance there.
We serve the gods.
The Marauder's going to be far too slow getting into the fight. Oh, some of them actually came on in. They're talking about Village, it sounded like. Our Chaos will drink your healing potion. Bring yourselves on over. Whole line, get them in. Maws of Savagery are doing really good work on these large units here. Healing a lot for it. Kind of ripping and battering them aside. Wulfrik, you move on through. Actually, we need to kill these spawn, and that'll pretty well break them. Looks like the rest of the army is gone. It's just the Chaos spawn. Big squidgy boys. Always fight to the very last. Our Perfect Hounds are getting some free kills, but that is a marvelous victory. A crushing defeat for Bellicor's forces. Pretty embarrassing. They lost an ROR unit, which they're going to have to pay for, which I am thrilled with getting rid of. 8,000 gold and 5,000 for Wulfrik. We will go ahead and occupy right back on up. Barrier was defeated. Several of their lords and heroes are killed. And we can come on back down now with that ill-gotten gains and upgrade the Monolith to a Tier 4 tribal stronghold.
The eternal challenger.
Sounds excellent. Wulfrik is actually doing incredible in battles on his own for now. I kind of want to grab the unnatural healing, since we are in friendly territory. Or Fueled by War, just for the upkeep drop. That is a really tough call. A further drop to upkeep sounds really good. Actually, we can't get any more. I realize now why I didn't grab that one before. We can't actually gain above 50% casualty replenishment rate, and we've already hit that. So grabbing unnatural healing would be, it would be kind of be tossing aside points for nothing. I don't think there's a maximum you can go for upkeep reduction, so we're only at 15% for now. I will grab the Fueled by War, since we don't really have any enemies nearby. I'd like to get the upkeep drop. Jurgesh, we will give you What are some of these more unique ones? You've got the Aura of Chaos, the Might of the Swamp, 10% more weapon strength. Eye of the Balefine. Now that's just kind of generic stuff. Fair enough. We'll go for magical reserves then. Keep working towards Arcane Conduit.
Despoil and ravage.
For this Werekin here, we'll get the secondary point into, a bunch of points then. All the way down the line. Sounds amazing to me.
Now.
And for Eggle here, we'll grab the point into a Route Marcher. Then we can start working on his red line. Now that I have that other Lord, or the Balefine, I don't necessarily need Carl. But we'll probably bring him in anyway. You get a neat mount. Just a Marauder Chariot. Those things are kind of meh. Probably bring you into Eggle's army then, since he doesn't have a mage currently.
Did you say something?
I did. Go join Eggle. And then with our last 3,000, we'll go ahead and upgrade the Monolith, especially since Wulfrik is currently here. I think we'll upgrade the Serpent Jetty as well. Although I really don't trust that Abjor doesn't just go ahead and attack it. The Mirror Guard by themselves are pretty deadly. Alright, Olaf, you definitely need a better army.
The tribe consents.
I'd really like to attack this Cathayan force. Let's see if we can sneak on through. Is this all friendly territory? Temple of Heimkel, this is when it turns into Volkskrad.
Sent by the serpent.
Oh, it's really unfortunate, because I don't think I'll be able to reach them. He'll be able to scoot on through. Let's jump into the raiding camp. Although I'm kind of loath to make enemies with Prague right now. Now he really likes us because of our war with Wintertooth. Or our war with Hellpit. Guess we'll... Ooh, we lose so much for that. Let's do it. We're Norskins. We need the gold. We will take it from you. And while we're here, we'll grab a couple more Marauders. So let's grab 2 of them. Yeah, just 2. See if we can't cut off Chang there. Or Tian? I don't know how you would exactly pronounce that. I'm probably butchering it horribly. Novchozi. Do we want to put in the loot pile for any battles? I think no. We leave these settlements down here in the south because they're kind of in a really deadly spot for us. We'll leave them where they're at. I'll upgrade the trophies of battle here, though. Happy to do so. And we'll take a quick look at our diplomacy. All-seeing eye, you were fighting all sorts of fools there. I'll leave you to your battles. Burning Wind. Not really looking to trade with Cathay. We will be bringing war to Cathay, as in our lovely Warhammer Immortal Empires trailer. See if we can bring down a Terracotta Sentinel there. Should be no problem. That's the turn then. Let's do this. Settlement receives a plague. Yedich. How unfortunate. We have been blessed by the Crow. Carl is ready for duty once more, and Newt is as well. Let the games begin. Good, to distract your people with brutish games. Crowds flock to the fighting pits and arenas to revel in the violence and forget their woes for a time. I'm sure up here in the north where we're at on a daily basis, we have many woes. We've got a happy populace for a few turns there. And we're the happiest Norskins around. What is that plague doing to us? Dropping growth by 30 and income from buildings by 50%. That's gross. And unacceptable. Bring Olaf through. I kind of want to bring him over to kind of threaten Hellpit. I do not trust this Skaven. They definitely live here. And we need to deal with it. Walls here at the Forbidden Citadel. It's on the cusp of a lot of enemy territory. Azazel is just not looking to move on in and fight with Throg. I guess fair enough. While you're here then, Throg, we want to give you some skin wolves. Do you upgrade the wolves besides just giving them extra regeneration? That's for yourself. Monstrous Fiends is Troll, Famir, and Skin Wolves. Oh no, he does buff all the wolves too. Okay, fair enough. Then I think we'll give him some extra big boys. Azazel can't reach us, so we're good and safe. Grab I guess a single unit of Skin Wolves then. Sweet. He performed very well in that last battle. I'm happy to have him. Eggle. Looks like Abzor's just gonna sit there and accept his death. That's your job then, bud.
Understood.
Go get him. Although we'll let the Maws of Savagery roll with Wulfrik, so we'll jump on in here and we'll probably trade these Marauder Chariots. We'll make you the Chariot Master. Trade off the Maws of Savagery, and then I guess... What else do we want to take for Wulfrik? Nothing? We'll give Wulfrik something else.
Okay.
I like the idea. Let's move on over.
The tribe consents.
Chariot Master Eggle. He said, absolutely not. You can't make me. Well, why are you camping out in our lands then, fool?
To the slaughter.
Okay, we'll take this auto-resolve. Oh, we lose some units. And y'all know how I feel about losing units. It's not happening. The battle. Alright then. Let's get this battle going. I'm not sure exactly why it's thinking my Marauders are going to be slaughtered, but I guess they do have some metal spells we have to worry about. I think he just has the Guinness. No, he doesn't even have it. He just has the Burning Searing Doom. So it can do some damage, but if we can lock him in with our Vigo here, he should get smashed. So we'll bring him in kind of from the woods. We'll just put the Spearmen in behind this group and behind the other.
Yes.
Chariots will just kind of smash through, and their job is going to be to annihilate the Warhounds.
The dark
And then
gods command me.
crush the Chaos Warriors.
They will
Marauder
succumb.
Horsemen. Your job is to be annoying.
Where's the enemy?
Then our Lord is there to look beautiful. Get the battle going.
Born to fight.
We'll just lock the Norskins and send them forward.
We serve the gods.
Send you around. Looks like they're going to try to explore the forest there. See if we can find anyone dangerous lurking. Which I guess fair enough. Send the chariots after them.
Chaos Marauders.
Sneak the boy all the way around. We're going to cast some metal spells. See if we can't dodge a little bit of that. Or catch all of it.
Marauder chieftain. Quick.
Pull you on back a bit. Marauder Chieftain, we're just going to pull you away ever so slightly.
Charge them.
And then immediately charge in.
Destroy.
Everyone around some extra shield defense, melee defense, and then the debuff to attack.
Yes.
Bring you guys through. You hunt down the Lord there. Now all chariots need to go after the Mirror Guard. All of them. Smash these fools apart.
Yes.
That worked. Now come on this way, while everyone else kind of rotates through.
Mortal
You guys throw those axes into the back.
Yes, chieftain.
Pull them away as well.
Chaos Marauders.
Our Lord is actually struggling quite a bit against this sorcerer here. Just fight better. Otherwise, you're fired. All chariots smash into the Mirror Guard once more. We can break them. The enemy lords there are going to lose those extra guardian abilities. Some awesome looking armor though. The Myrmidon style. But there are far too many chariots. That's a victory. Enemy flees for their lives. Yeah, decisive victory, auto-resolve, go home, you're drunk. Defeated Abzor in short time. We did get lucky though, because he definitely could have cast down some nonsense while he was surrounded. He just kept going for the Plague of Rust for some reason, so we are very happy about that. We could have taken a lot more damage. We will go ahead and sacrifice those captives. Every little bit of gold counts. Perfect. And then we'll have Eggle kind of move on down to the Serpent Jetty there in March Dance.
Immediately. The crow.
Thank you, sir. Oh, Wulfrik. Where's the best place to send you out? I think we should be just fine making friends with this Norscan faction. They shouldn't make war on us on their own. Unless their lord calls them to fight. So I'll bring Carl on around. Have him join up with Eggle.
Take that.
Pass out those skill points to Eggle. I think we'll go for Norse Resilience first. Make sure that every battle we are able to get back in it a little bit faster. Grab the Dark Horror there for the Werewolf.
What?
And then we upgrade the Monolith of Catan with some Obsidian Quarries. We'll go for the walls next. Like, well, that's a good way to lose the town
My
again.
next quest?
There. Go ahead and go into a march stance. And we'll try to sprint our way around pretty quickly. I'm tempted to declare war on Hoggrave, and then try to attack and destroy with the Decadent Host, see if we can't smush them real quick. We need to come on back over and claim our camp. Taking up some of our precious time, unfortunately.
Enslave the Southerners.
And actually, since Throg is going to have to be sitting there for 2 turns, I'm probably not going to give him these Skin Wolves. Take those on out. We're just going to kind of leave him here and let him keep raiding and stealing some gold. We might give him... Well, 2 turns is really not that much. I take it back. We'll give those in. If Azazel wants to start some problems, we can happily play. Then we can attack them as soon as they're back. Decisions. We may let them... Oof. We'll go ahead and upgrade the Sarlin Camp instead. Do some upgrades to the actual settlements. Throg is fine and no one's able to actually reach him. Olaf, though, you are in a kind of dangerous area. Nothing lives in Karak except for rats. We may just stay here and keep raiding. We'll move on through to over to Yidditch. Going to continue to take some diplomacy hits for trespassing. That's fine. And then we'll probably give him another unit of spearmen, just so we have some extra soldiers. The Cathayans can attack at any point here. I guess the Kislevites, not the Cathayans. Throg, you stay here. You keep raiding away. We'll skip on through your turn, skip on through the building upgrades, and then that'll be the turn. The turn is again ours, and it is very uneventful. Yeah, so Azazel did go ahead and hand that back to his allies. I'm kind of tempted to just sprint back and attack the tower here. Helcroft is defending, though, so we would probably not fare very well. Alright, Azazel, I am going to... And I want to attack and the Bay of Blades with him.
Do not touch the damned prince.
And it's just a little bit too much to fight through all at the same time. We'll pull Throg on back. What happens if we take him out of this? Do we take... No, we're fine. We'll pull you back into friendly territory. And we probably will do some raiding in friendly territory just to drop our overall upkeep there. Can Azazel reach? No. So now we will go ahead and do the Skin Wolves after we first do the camp.
Undeniable.
I'm going to prioritize repairing our province over giving Throg some Skin Wolves. We'll colonize. And then we also have to repair from there, which is gross. A double down of it. Let's go for Marauders to Builders. We can at least get things
to the 4 corners.
repaired as fast as we can there. No reason to go for the global. We need more champions if we want anything else. Carl, come on down to Eggel's squad. And then we'll have Eggel. Are there any things out in the ocean we can steal? Need some extra loot and experience. Looks like no, not at all. Crazy. Be'lakor must be out there snatching them all up. There's one down here. Eggel, is it time to take back our lands from Leif? This absolute clown. I think so. Take to the ocean and deal with him. And the next turn, I don't know. Yeah, this is fine. Let's get on out. Come on down south here. Go around so we don't take all that attrition.
This way.
Perfect. It's going to take a couple turns, but such is the way up here in Norska. And actually, are we able to start off any of these hunts?
Let's fight.
If we challenge them, what happens? So hunt down and slay the Frostworm known as Frigustrix, Scion of the Cold Void. He gives us a Frostworm scale and the Cold Voider, which is one of our ROR units. 10,000 to the treasury. Giant Cygor Eyeball gives us a couple bound spells, which sounds pretty nice. Spell resistance for the entire army. And then we had one more, right? Yeah, okay. The Shaggoth Treyguard. Gives you more charge bonus, leadership size, leadership aura, and then the Dragon Ogre's Great Horn. giving us kind of like the bombardment spell that Kolek rolls with. That was pretty good. I would probably rather duel Frigastrex first. Get ourselves the ROR unit. And this very nice looking Frostworm scale. Gives us a little bit more armor. What happens when you challenge them? We must raid the following region, the Tower of Crack. With the appearance of a giant winged, or of giant winged monsters, Frostworms are thought to be a type of chaos-mutated dragon that dwells in the underground passageways of the old world's coldest climates. Amongst the northern tribes, there are tales of one such monstrous frostworm called Frigastrex, scion of the Cold Void, that has terrorized the tundra for centuries. Witnesses say that when it comes out of hibernation, it emerges from the ground in a heartbeat to indiscriminately devour all unknowing passersby who get too close to its territory. Located somewhere in the frozen, at the frozen northern end of the Troll Country. Recently, the Tower of Crack and the surrounding areas of the northern Troll Country have been inexplicably blanketed by a freakishly bad snowstorms. Word also reaches you that the entire tribes have disappeared from the region without a trace, reportedly perishing in the extreme weather. This is highly unusual. It is not like the hardy Northmen to succumb to the freezing elements so easily. A more likely explanation is brought to you by a few survivors who managed to escape the storm. They say that it was not the icy weather that swallowed their fellow tribesmen up, but a giant dragonish shadow lurking in the blinding blizzard. If there is even the slightest chance that the fabled Frigastrex is out of hibernation and on the prowl, then further investigation is warranted. This could end up being a bountiful hunt indeed. We've got to go raid the Tower of Crack. That is down here with Azazel. We can do that. We may go ahead and trade out Throg and Wulfrik then. So we'll have Wulfrik come on down and do the monster hunt, and Throg can defend the territories. I like that quite a bit. And Throg can go over here and get some skin wolves exactly from the source. Here at the Greyling Moot, nothing really to do. I'd like to get some walls when we can, just because we've been attacked before. But that's about all we can do for this turn. Olaf has not moved, and Grigor is up there causing problems for Hell Pit. I'd like to see it. Let's just keep rotating around out here, raiding as far on the outskirts as we can, just to keep the Robsman clan irritated, but not willing to declare war on us just yet. He is going to be more focused on the rats. Scoot on through, see if anyone really needs to be moved. Pick our diplomacy real fast. Just all-seeing eyes still, and the Cathans want to trade.
Chaos.
Oh, perfect. We can get some more deals with Chaos. Just keeping them off my back sounds amazing.
Extent of my dark.
Give me some gold. Gold no face.
Chaos.
Not a lot of gold, but we'll take it. Musalon has apparently declared war on us as well, for some reason. An army of the Red Duke may be scooting on up the coast eventually. Alright, well, let's come on over here and in the turn. Welcome, Eggle. The turn is again ours, and the technology has been researched. Once you've rode the breadth of the Middle Sea a few times, relentless slaughter does little to tire you. That's fair enough. These guys would be jacked. A brutal business. You get a bit more weapon damage for all armies. Gotta cut arms off and the like. Yeah, let's scoot you on around. We need to chase off Leif once and for all here. We're not gonna do taking any attrition. I do not agree with that one whatsoever. Come on through here.
The eagle guides me.
Hopefully we don't get attacked by the Mammoth Rider.
Northmen come.
His army is very similar to ours, but we actually have some chariots, so we would probably win. Go ahead and upgrade the Monolith now. Don't have a lot of gold, though. We need the Norska Wharf pretty badly. We'll see if we can get some gold elsewhere before doing anything else. So Wulfrik, let's get you into March. Moving really quick. We will replace the soldiers we took out in but a moment. So Azazel is going to keep chasing Throg. He feels very brave, he does. We may lose that fight, but I'm happy to kind of hang out nearby in the Sarl encampment in an ambush. He's probably really bad at ambushing, but we'll see. Going after the Naglfari Plain would also probably be pretty beneficial for him. He would win and we would lose our Marble Quarry. But also the approach of Wulfrik is probably going to freak him out. See if we can get any gold off of our nearby neighbors here. I might steal some gold from All-Seeing Eye.
The dragon blooded.
And from the cool here,
Take
I'm
what's
happy to
there,
trade
what?
with more Norskins.
You know these tribesmen hunger for raiding, not talking.
About trading.
Fine.
It rhymes with raiding.
Wind shaper.
I also am kind of tempted to grab the trade agreement with the Cathayans, but that would make other Norscan tribes really irritated with us.
True.
Let's for now grab the non-aggression pact with All-Seeing. Take the paltry gold they offer. And, wait. Hopefully we don't have to deal with the Ever-Chosen. I would prefer not to. I've fought you in too many campaigns so far, good sir. Yeah, we don't quite have enough gold. Okay, in that case, I think we'll upgrade one of the other wharfs then. Just because that extra money is so nice. Although it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. Curses. Extra growth in the Doom Keep it is. Or do we want the Ruinous Kiln for extra murderous chariots? Really tough call. Really tough call. Let's go for more growth. More growth first. Wulfrik's moving. Swing on back over to Kislev, Bak. He's gonna like us more because we're raiding the Kislevites, right? No, he keeps trespassing us this way because he's a fool. Alright. Do what you're gonna do then.
Northmen come.
We will slay you if we must. Go ahead and upgrade the Beast Tamer here, just because extra gold per turn. Why not? Swing on in here then. And I think maybe a good idea to go for Skin Wolf, Ice Wolves, and Norscan Warhounds. Gives them more weapon strength too. I think we'll start working down the Marauders of the West path, because we're about to be nearing Bretonia. Scavenger of the Nude World would help us out with Dark Elf, High Elf, Lizardman, Skaven, and Tomb King. These cost 10 turns, that's why I'm kind of tempted to wait for now. Let's grab the longer hauls just so we can get a little bit more gold from sacking settlements and take no attrition on the high seas. And then from there we can start working on our different, more interesting paths. Once we finish almost all of the monster hunts, we'll go for one with the bees, start unlocking our tier 2 ones, and we can keep rolling.
It is done.
Of course Olaf has a move. He is raiding. He doesn't need to move. He needs to steal. Azazel has come on out, and actually, for some reason, we are not being reinforced by the town. Very interesting. We were spotted before the ambush was sprung on. That may be why. He was a valiant defeat. I'm kind of tempted to bring the fight to them. They have just one too many large units, though, with these Chaos Trolls here. We don't have enough chaff to kind of hold in for a while, and that just wouldn't really pan out for us. Let's decline. His ambush was foiled, fair enough. And Throg has become a constructor, which no one would have seen. Rod has emerged. He's got some rattling guns. That fight's going to be nasty. Alright, things just keep getting better. Alright, Wulfrik, we can't really bring you over against Azazel just yet. I'm happy to leave you in March stances because I'm absolutely not afraid of what Azazel's rolling with for you. Throg is actually going to have to move over and avoid Azazel and deal with Rot because he's coming after some of our more potent settlements over here in the east. Bring yourself over. We won't go into March. We probably need to be able to recruit up. Mountains of Hell has not a lot of useful. Not a lot of useful indeed. Let's grab some Marauder Berserkers. We'll grab 2, maybe even 3 units of them. Yeah, we've been playing with fire a little bit too much over here in the east here. We figured Throt would be coming for us eventually. Didn't think it would be so soon. He is all set up. He's got the Whip of Domination and the Creature Killer. And he's on his Brood Horror. It'll be a nasty fight.
Where's my next?
Okay, then what we need to do next, swing on up. Eggle's going to be moving on around. definitely need to have him bring down a Leif. So let's swing on in to the Troll Fjord, sneak on past him. And then we'll attack him next turn. He doesn't have any heroes and hasn't upgraded since the beginning. He's just been sitting off the coast, so should be a quick and easy fight. Olaf.
Norska.
We kind of need you to stay raiding, right? I don't know if you're in our territory or in theirs, so let's switch over where you're at. Now you're in their territory. Although we may...
Done.
Yeah, we'll just raid
Accepted.
on over to this position. And have him come on over so he can maybe threaten, maybe not help it, but we could threaten the lair of the Troll King at the very least. That was good. We'll swing into diplomacy real fast.
Natural or thought.
Looks like at least we'll be able to make friends with Archaon pretty soon. He has treaty. We already have some treaties with him, and they approve of our treaties with the Cool, so big fans. Alright, the Rock's recruiting up. Wulfrik's moving on over. Should be able to give them the old smack on the back of the head pretty soon. Skip through, and in the turn. Azazel has attacked the Sorrel encampment while he can. Fair enough, you big purple fool. Sacks it and runs away. I don't know if you're far enough. So many of our lads are becoming freebooters. Love to see it. Yeah, they sacked the settlement and ran. Seeking the gift of regeneration, and an imprudent cabal of young magic users has been dabbling in ogre gastronomy. The disaster strikes as they inadvertently summon the great maw itself. Smacking its lips with delight at the banquet laid before it, the maw devours the hapless sorcerers where they stand, and disappears with a satisfied belch. Oh, there we go. This arcane upheaval has sapped the winds of magic faction-wide. Oh, by 5. Fair enough. We will have to counteract it a little bit there. So it looks like Throt has gone invisible. We can do the same, bud, but we're not. We're going to move forward. I think we'll grab one more unit of Berserkers and some Javelin men. Let's move. How much does raiding hurt us? It really doesn't. Perfect. Fighting both of these armies at once is going to be a nasty bit of work. Let's pull on back just a smidge there. Grab the Berserkers. 2 more Javelins and we'll call it there. Hopefully we're able to deal with what's coming. Oh, Azazel's just barely out of range. You big old coward. Alright, we'll bring it ourselves on over and see if we can't hide in some of these woods then.
Okay.
90% chance to ambush. That'd be awesome. Catching Azazel slipping.
Frustrate me.
Crush Hama and then confederate the poor fool immediately. We probably won't though, because I'm happy to let Azazel keep summoning them back. So I can keep raising that settlement for one of the 4 gods there. Get the monolith. I'd like to get. Did he really run away? Are you kidding me? What kind of nonsense? He's going after the Serpent Jetty instead. It's much safer. Bellicor is most likely back, so I'm not going to come after the Citadel of Lead. Instead, I'm going to chase this idiot here. See if we can't lock him down.
Marauding.
He is staying for a turn in attrition land, so I'm happy to see that. Keeping him away from the Troll Fjord there. I think what we'll go for is the Ruinous Altar. Or not. Man, these building options are so tough because we've got a lot of stuff that's almost ready. I think probably a good idea is to save the gold, like I said I was going to do, and get the Clan Enclave of the Monolith so we can at least put in the quote-unquote walls that are there. Just to make things a bit safer.
To the 4 corners.
Olaf will bring you up. Raiding in Yedich and stuff I don't think actually increases our income. It decreases it. And that decreases it by more.
Fine.
Fair enough. We'll raid right on through our lands. One of the weirder aspects of being Norscan. We'll go ahead and throw in the point to being vicious. And then we wait. We wait. Check diplomacy. Everyone's been avoiding good fights with us, which is really unfortunate. We're going to get one more battle in, and that'll probably be all the time we have, just because of how everyone's been dodging us. Although I foresee some nonsense over here with the rats. Throt is definitely in ambush somewhere. Let's keep on through. We've got damaged buildings. Starl encampment. Yeah, we'll fix those up. And end the turn. Okay, so he instead attacks Winterpire, and he's rolling with Gorich, and it's going to give him a Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, I'm not fighting this one. You think I want to fight Gorich and some Rattling Guns? Nah. Not with this force. We'll take that cheesy auto-resolve. We will sacrifice those captives, and I'm sure Throt will... No, he's not. What happened? Were they that scared of the Troll King? Oh, you poor fools. You poor fools. Let's get them. Poor Azazel. Yeah, and Wulfrik doesn't have much armor-piercing damage, and Azazel himself has next to no armor. So, one of the best people to be dueling Azazel is going to be Wulfrik. Load your gash up front. You guys as well, and then the Maws of Savagery are going to be in charge of ripping into these trolls in the back line. So we will have them doing that with the javelins. So we'll have the javelins, all of them, lined up here, ready to deliver a hateful volley of spears. We'll have the normal Marauder champions on this side just to stop any kind of charge from the infantry line. We'll have the Berserkers down here. Perfect. We'll have the Great Weapon Marauders also coming on back in the back here. Maws of Savagery up front. Champions just keep any kind of nonsense from breaking through. And these Great Weapon Marauders, we're going to bring them behind. We'll bring them to bear on the trolls there, but I don't want them to be taking the initial charge. That will hurt too much. We'll lock all the infantry together. Javelins. Marauder Horsemen will keep them kind of in behind. Azazel tends to like to try to drop down on top of them. They're flying units. Group them together. The Northern Ice Wolves, we'll keep them in the wolves, or the woods. Combine them with our Skin Wolves. These three together. Put you guys apart so you actually can fight. You stay in with these guys so you can more easily shake Azazel. Let's get that battle going. Lock the infantry and send them in. We'll send the Maws of Savagery right off this back line here. Javelins as well. We'll make sure you guys are throwing at the trolls. Elder Javelins of the trolls, you guys sneak on in. Azazel is indeed doing battle with our lord. Excuse me, I'd like to hit him with some debuffs, if you will. Activate the Sword of Thorgold, and we'll launch the boat boys down the line. You come on in here and duel this Sorcerer of Fire, and you help me out with Azazel. Absolutely crushing them down the line. All of the trolls have been defeated by the Maws of Savagery and the Axe combo there. Love to see it. Azazel's already being routed off. Let's go ahead and see if we can chase as many of these trolls as we can away.
The gods demand it!
Get as much damage as possible there. Where's my Famir Balefiend? Perfect. My Berserkers took a lot of damage. Go ahead and drop in the Umbral Pendulum through both of these lines. That should break them, especially with the fear and the death of their lord. Crips through both lines, and we will do some hunting. Marvelous victory. A absolutely crushing defeat for Azazel. He's just got a hooded fella left who will take the win and sacrifice all of their captives. Turn is ours, and the Sword of Cain has been claimed by one of Alariel's lords. Listed was killed in battle, as well as Morphage, Corporal. I'm sure that Agorich was wounded. Where did Throg go then? He is completely missing. Okay, we'll have Throg come on down and around. We'll see about clearing these rats out from down here then. We actually make more income without raiding? Nope, is the surprising answer. You definitely need more beasties. So let's give you, in global stance, 2 skin wolves, which is going to max out your army for now, but we can give you some more later on. Just to make sure you have the forces needed to keep yourself safe. Wulfrik will pass out your skills. I think we'll go for Fueled by War yet again there.
Yes.
Jurgesh will grab the Arcane Conduit. And then for Olaf, who had gained some skills as well, we'll just give him the Eye of the Dark Gods. We'll dedicate him in soon. I think I don't want the Spirit Wanderer ones. Extra speed and stuff is not really useful. He'll either be a Plague of the Crow fellow or a Fury of the Hound. We'll go for Fury of the Hound. He does Rampage, though, which I don't necessarily like. Rampage sounds terrible. Okay. Wulfrik, chase down Wulfrik. Steal your name. Give him the old mammoth kick. No one survives. And we'll go ahead and we'll sacrifice those captives. More gold. Wulfrik was slain. We will bring ourselves down here to do the same to Hama. Sorry, Thane Frost, we have a lot of movement. Before we do slay you, let's go ahead and give our upgrade over to Fueled by War, because why not? And then we attack. We would lose our Brutes of the Hound. One more battle then. Fair enough. Let's smush him. Alright then. Let's get to smashing these poor fools. We do want to take it still seriously, because together they have at least kind of a medium-sized army there. We'll have our Javelin men. And I'm having my Javelins up front this time. All of the Marauder captains or champions in behind them. Have it like that. We'll have both of the Great Axes on this side, and then the Berserkers off onto this end. Rotate on around. All my front line. All my Javelins. Your Balefiend, Wulfrik, Mammoth, and then the Maws of Savagery off on this side. Excuse me. Oh, guys, these guys can't Vanguard deploy, so they're just going to click the button a million times. No, we'll just bring them back with the army then. Then have the Javelin axe throwers out front. Wolves, horses, and then single entities. Get the battle going. Are they going to move towards us? Let's find out. Let's just rotate on around them. Wulfrik, of course, we're going to send straight down the middle. Let's have our Talons coming on back. We'll keep throwing axes at these poor fools here if we must. If you're going to make me. We'll have Wulfrik and the Mammoth come on forward.
They will succumb.
You get on in there. We'll go ahead and drop down the Melkoth's Mystifying upgraded so it can actually go a little bit further. Just to slow them down. I'm no fool. I'll wait on you.
Chaos Marauders.
I'm aware of the AI's new tactic of attack one of your targets and then wait for you to attack and then retreat back into their line.
All will be despoiled.
Unless that's one they've always tried. I'd not allow that mammoth to be filled up with javelins.
Yes.
Hear my taunts.
I mean, I know you guys think that you're preparing for what's coming, but you really cannot. Balefiend over. It's like the javelins need to rotate ever so slightly so they can actually be useful.
Yes.
And then the infantry line needs to charge on in.
My God's call.
Have the wolves go around, you guys too.
Bring us to carnage.
We're gonna take some free damage if we're not careful. Drop down the Pit of Shades. Little challenge on that poor fool there.
Chaos comes. Close combat.
Slam into these Marauder Hunters.
Order the drive. Charge on.
both mammoths working together, there should be no one on their feet. Snows will be absolutely stained crimson. Alright, mammoths, now you're proving me wrong. I was hoping to actually see some damage being done. Instead, the lads are just being ripped into the nether realm. Souls slurped right on out. All free. Go ahead and pull these fools away since they actually fight pretty well in combat. We'll pull it on back. Most of that group is already routed on off. Our champions have now finally arrived. We'll have the brutes come after this group. Charge back in. Finish them off. Love that we actually kept these guys away. Sorry, Moz, the savagery, we didn't really need you.
Chaos good.
Go ahead and drop down Occam's Mind Razor on you. Get slaying.
Charge them!
Sorry, Hama. We were trying to find you before.
Chaos.
Didn't work out as easily. We're not going to confederate this force. We're going to sack it or immediately raise for the other. We'll probably sack first and then raise it. But that's another easy victory. And a decisive victory. Only 13 of our fellows were slain. That's actually my lucky number. 111, I guess 1,111 of them were killed. I'm going to gain a good deal of gold from that victory too. We will, well, stacking it really doesn't matter. We'll just go ahead and raise it once more for the Hound so we don't lose that extra weapon strength. We'll raise it for the Hound. Just kind of keep round robining it around. We may go ahead and push it a little bit more aggressively for the Hound since we don't have to keep rotating it around quite as much. But I don't want to lose any of my income from port bonus drops. 20% extra sounds amazing, and we can keep kind of funneling that around.
Where's my next?
Wulfrik is stuck where he is, but with that victory, that is going to be all the time I've got for today. I've been Space Wizard of War. Remember to leave a like for the light god and a sub for the sub thumb, and I will see you on the next one.